How's it going today? Today we're going to pick free stocks for May, and make sure you like and subscribe. I always do this every month. I pick free stocks, and sometimes I throw in a bonus. No bonus this time. Well, kind of a bonus, but anyway, let's just jump right into it. The first stock is Illumina. Basically, what Illumina is it's a biotech. I mean, this stock, it's at first, when I first read it, I don't really like biotech. I haven't really made any investments really in biotech. The only two biotechs that I own is Illumina and Intuitive Surgical. That's the only two, and Illumina is the one I'm picking for this month. I think it's going to have a great year. I think this technology it's going to be big. I mean, what it does is it does basically it synchronizes your genetic code, if that makes sense. So essentially, everybody has genetic code, and this can predict a bunch of diseases. It can help treat. I mean, even Casper, that's how they do it. They edit your genome, but they have to synchronize it first, and that's what they do with this company. And I'm not an expert. You can look it up. I'm not going to get into it and all this too much, but I think it's a great company. I bought it about a year or two ago. I was like, heck with it. I bought it, and it's done well. It's done well, but this year, the market hates growth stocks for, well, I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, it's rotations. These things happen all the time. I mean, these rotations, and they could be down for 6 months, and it might be a down year for growth. I think it will be. I think it could be a down year for growth. I think the NASDAQ will probably have a flat year. I believe it could keep going up and then maybe correct at the end of the year. I think it's going to be a down year for stocks in the growth sectors. Now, Caterpillar, these industrials and stuff like that, maybe the car companies will do well, maybe. But I think it's going to be a down year for technology and growth stocks. It looks that way, especially when they're talking about interest rates going up. But that doesn't mean you don't buy it. You know, actually, normally that's a good time to buy. You kind of want it to sit there flat so you can... It makes it better, honestly, to be like this. I know it kind of be frustrating when it goes up, especially in the flat market. Flat market kind of sucks because it's never really flat. It just kind of goes up and then sells off, then goes up and then sells off, and you just kind of sit there. But it's a great time to buy. I think it's a great time to buy some of these growth stocks. They got hit 30%. And these things, like I said in the previous video, these rotations or whatever you want to call them, they happen, you know. That's what it is. As long as the company keeps doing well. Like Twilio today, I was watching, it's down 10%, but it blew away the numbers. Great quarter, great everything, but then the stock's down 10%. That doesn't really make sense, you know. I mean, Twilio's a great company and everything, but back to Illumina, that's what the company kind of does. It does these genetic sequencing and stuff like that. And as we get more... And the other thing that kind of makes maybe this a good year for biotech is the government stepping in and doing a lot, because it does basically COVID testing things too. So, I mean, and it figures out ways to treat this. I think we're going to have a big boom in maybe medical. And I was watching this thing with Joe Biden. He's really kind of adamant on maybe advancing in cancer treatments and stuff like that, you know, because his son died from cancer, so he's a little more adamant than Trump, and I think he's more open to invest in these biotechs that can help that. So I'm not saying that's the key, that's going to make it go big, and I'm not saying that. I mean, these presidents, they like to do a lot, but they don't really have time. They have to prioritize. Things come up like COVID or a war or something. Always something goes on, you know. I mean, everybody has a plan until something goes wrong, and they have to prioritize that. And that's just kind of how life is, you know what I mean? But anyway, I think Illumina is good. Now I'm going to talk about the next two stocks. The next two stocks is in real estate. And these things, they're kind of a play on real estate, but not directly. And one's kind of a play on real estate. And I think real estate is just going to keep going up. Everybody said it's going to bust. It's going to boom and then bust. I don't think we're in a bubble. I think real estate prices will keep going up. And honestly, I see them, they say about the average house in America is about $350,000. That's the average. And I think by the end of this decade, I think the average house in America will be over $1 million. I think they would just keep going up. And I don't see them coming back down. Long as interest rates keep where they're at and don't go higher. I honestly, I don't see real estate. I don't see a boom and I don't see a bust. I think they're going to just keep going up. And that sounds crazy. But I mean, think about it. Here's my reasoning why. The reason real estate keeps going up and why it will keep going up is because who is buying these homes? They're your younger generation. And where do they all live? At home with their parents or an apartment. They don't own homes. And why is that? Well, I mean, for this, for that. But now they're really like, hey, I'm stuck. I hate, maybe I have a decent job now and I can finally move out. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to move out. And where they're going to move out to? I mean, especially once the economy, you hit unemployment pretty low and you have that whole generation that's between 30 and 25, 20. That's when you buy a house, and even 35 or maybe older. It depends on you. I mean, I'm not saying that, but that's majority of the generation. That's the third of the population. The third of the population is at that age buying houses. So, I mean, they're moving out and they're saying, hey, let's buy houses. And really with interest rates, really homes are pretty cheap right now. I mean, they really are. I mean, a lot of people say, well, they're a lot. But really, relatively, they're really cheap, really. I mean, they can, relatively to how much they could be and how much they can go up. And you'd be surprised, you can have a stock or a company that can go up a lot still. I mean, a lot of people said Amazon can't go any higher. But guess what? It did. It starts... I mean, that's just how it is, But anyway, that's my theory on housing. I think it's just going to keep going up, honestly. I don't see it going down anywhere or anything like that. And the two stocks I think are in an excellent position to capitalize on this is the Home Depot. It's Home Depot. I mean, it's kind of like everybody's buying homes and building. I mean, look at lumber prices. They skyrocketed. Lumber prices. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. And that's why maybe now, I mean, think about it. Every single time you buy a home, you buy the home thinking, well, I can fix it up. Maybe you're fixing up the bathroom, you're fixing up carpet, you're fixing up this, you have to do this. And Home Depot, I mean, think about it. If everybody gets in a home, they fix them up. I mean, nobody buys a home thinking I'm going to make it worse. Everybody fix it up, and where they go? Home Depot. Now they can go to Lowe's and other. I picked Home Depot because it's more of a contractor thing. They have a lot more better deals with contractors, and that's what they use. And Home Depot, I think, is just a better brand when it comes to the home improvement. But think about it, I mean that's the easy way to play. It's a bigger company, but I think it's a great company. I mean, this thing is keep growing. I mean, they're increasing sales, and really Home Depot is really an excellent company. And really for the growth it's doing, they're trading at forward PEs about, I think 22, or at the time when I was looking at this, it changes obviously. And I think Home Depot is going to be good. Now, the next one is a little more obvious, is Zillow. Zillow is basically the website that you can actually buy homes and sell homes on the internet. It's kind of the future play of buying houses. I mean, the old way is basically calling up a realtor, calling up the bank, then you call up the realtor, then go look at them. But I mean, a lot of people don't even really look at the home, especially the way they're selling anymore. They just make a bid online. They're like, well, they call up their real estate agent and go, hey, I want this, make a bid. And I didn't go out to even look at the damn thing until I made my offer. I mean, they go throw an offer. Wow, you're looking at it. And you see that a lot of times. Not everybody, but I mean, and that's how Zillow's playing this hot market. I mean, in Zillow, think about if there's home sales going up and home prices going up, well, Zillow, they're going to make more, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just how it is until there's, now I would say Redfin, but like I said, I already recommended that stock a while ago. And the thing with Redfin is it's a growth stock. So, I mean, it's going to get dollywopped for no reason. It blew away the numbers and everything. And I think it's down today over like 10-15% because it had to hire more people. I mean, that's almost a high quality problem. They're saying their expenses going up because they're trying to keep up with demand. So it's like, that's a high quality problem. That's not a problem. It's like, man, our business is so good, we have to hire a bunch of people. It's like, that's not a problem. Now, in Wall Street terms, it is because earnings go down and they have expenses go up, and well, that's how it is. Now, anyway, that's the free stocks for this month. Is Illumina, Home Depot, Zillow. You guys can research it and do what you think. Obviously, I can leave a link of the 10 best stocks for the next bull market. I can leave that down the link if I can find it on there, and remember to do that. Sometimes I forget. But anyway, leave a comment of what you're watching and what you're thinking about doing. And thank you for watching. I hate to make these videos too long because they take forever to upload. I have a stock review thing that I'm trying to upload, but it's been that's kind of a long video. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully you know, I mean, you guys can sit down and look at this. But anyway, thank you.